Hi everyone, it's Miss Mitosis and today we'll be doing a lesson on plant and animal cells. By the end of the lesson you'll be able to describe the structure of animal cells, describe the structure of plant cells and be able to compare the key differences between animal and plant cells. It's important for you to know that all living organisms are made from cells. This includes bacteria, plants, animals, fungi and protoctists. Cells are essentially the building blocks of life. Here is a diagram of a typical animal cell. However, it's important for you to know that not all animal cells look like this one here, and we'll be coming on to specialised cells in another video lesson. So around the outside of the cell we have the cell membrane, and inside the cell we have small structures known as organelles, and this includes the nucleus, the cytoplasm, the mitochondria and the ribosomes. You need to be able to identify all these different structures for your GCSE, and you also need to be able to describe the roles of each of these structures. So the cell membrane controls the movement of substances such as oxygen and carbon dioxide into and out of the cell. The nucleus is where the DNA is found and it controls the cell's activities. The cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance. It contains dissolved nutrients, salts, and contains all the organelles. And importantly, it's where chemical reactions occur. Mitochondria release energy, and it's important we say release and not made here. And that is because energy cannot be made or destroyed. So in an exam, make sure you say release. And finally, the ribosomes. This is the site of protein synthesis. Synthesis just means to make, so this is where proteins are made essentially. Okay, so we now come on to the key questions on animal cells. I suggest that you pause the video here and take 5 minutes to answer these 5 key questions. Press play once you have finished answering these questions. So for question number 1, DNA is found in the nucleus. Question number 2, the cell membrane controls the movement of substances into and out of the cell. Question number 3, mitochondria release energy in respiration, and it's really important we use that keyword release. Number 4, ribosomes synthesize proteins. Number 5, cytoplasm is a jelly-like material that contains dissolved nutrients and salts and the organelles. It is also importantly where many of the chemical reactions happen. Right, we now come on to plant cells. This is a diagram of a typical plant cell, and again, not all plant cells look like this, and we'll come on to specialised plant cells in another lesson. As you can see from the diagram, plant cells have a number of common features with animal cells. This includes the cell membrane, the nucleus, the cytoplasm, the mitochondria, and the ribosomes. And all these structures have exactly the same role in plant cells as they do in animal cells. So we're now just going to focus on the additional structures that plant cells have. And these are the cell wall, the vacuole, and the chloroplasts. Again, it's really important that you're not only able to identify these structures, but you're able to describe their roles for your GCSE exam. So the cell wall is made from cellulose, which is a polymer of glucose, and it provides strength for the cell. The vacuole contains cell sap, and it keeps the cell turgid. And finally, the chloroplasts. This is the site of photosynthesis. Chloroplasts contain a green pigment called chlorophyll, which absorbs sunlight for photosynthesis. Right, we now come on to our key questions on plant cells. So again, I suggest you pause the video here and press play once you have finished answering these 4 questions. So question number 1, plant cells have a cell wall, chloroplasts and a vacuole, whilst animal cells do not contain these structures. Question number 2, the cell wall in plants is made from cellulose, which is a polymer of glucose. Number 3, cell sap is found in the vacuole of the plant cell. And question number 4, chloroplasts contain chlorophyll, which is a green pigment that absorbs sunlight for photosynthesis. The keywords we are looking for question number 4 is chlorophyll and photosynthesis. Okay, and that brings us to the end of today's lesson. Please click below to subscribe for more free biology lessons.